Many planes of the Second World War were built right here in Canada, including over 400 Avro Lancaster bombers. A ceremony in Greenwood today honored 8 Lancaster veterans with a special plaque.
It was wonderful. It was just wonderful.
Viola Vidito of Nicktaw, Nova Scotia, worked as a riveter in Ontario from 1943 to 1945.
Well, I hope they can learn something from it. This is part of our history.
The Lancaster Living Legends program at the Aviation Museum commemorates aircrew members and support personnel who usually fly under the radar.
A lot of recognition has been given to the veterans that didn't make it in the war. Our idea here was to give a voice to those that did make it, to give them a voice to say, I was here.
Despite only being 18 when he was stationed in England, tail gunner Roy Morrison remembers it well.
You couldn't explain it. You'd have to go through it. Flak was coming up all around you, planes blowing up all around you.
The museum is currently restoring its own vintage Lancaster named Daisy.
I didn't know about Lancaster until we got overseas. And we went to a Lancaster squadron. And that's where we first had the chance of getting into the Lancaster. And we trained under that.
The Lancaster restoration team hopes to have the exterior of the plane completed by the end of this summer. But they'll also be restoring the interior to its former World War II glory. Today's plaque will be installed inside.
We plan to take the individual plaques and rivet them in the locations and the stations where the actual members flew inside the aircraft. There were 7 stations, and we have representatives from their veterans to fill about 4 of them so far.
Our crew, we're all like brothers. We stuck together.
Victoria Walton, CTV News, Greenwood, Nova Scotia.